Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nikki Nicole. Get ready, get inspired, and let's break the silence together. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence podcast. I'm your host, Arthur, Nikki Nicole. Today, I'm excited, y'all, to welcome Rudy Haze to the platform, another native from my hometown, Mullins, South Carolina. So y'all got to stand up. Y'all got to stand up, man. She's a hustler, artist, DJ, thinker, dreamer. You name it. She from Mullins. She got the talent. She's also the daughter of a radio DJ and school teacher. She carved her own path, teaching herself audio engineering, graphic design, and DJing after high school. Her relentless hustle and dedication has shaped her into this multifaceted artist and performer she is today. So get ready to be inspired as we dive into Rudy's journey as she grinds her passion, her vision, everything that she's doing for the future right here at Breaking the Silence. So after her countdown, please welcome her to the platform.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's that Louis song.
When I rose this morning, I ain't have no doubt. If my baby catch you with me, girl, she gon' kick me out. And maybe I'm addicted to courting gorgeous women.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. So tell everybody a little bit about you. Who is Rudy Haze?
Man, you did a great introduction. You almost covered it all. Not a lot to me. Not that I think. I'm just somebody who been learning how to take nothing and the scraps and make something out of it. I think that's like the big thing when you put me in a nutshell. I think I just been a person that's always been able to take what I'm giving, taking the hand that I'm dealt, and making it a winning hand. That's really me, like, big time. Because like I said, you did a great introduction for sure.
So what's the story behind your stage name?
Well, my mama used to call me Rudy. She said when I was growing up, I used to remind her of Rudy Huxtable. So that's where Rudy come from. And my last name is actually Hayes in like real life, Hayes. So, just like lifestyle and who I am and the stuff I like, Hayes, Haze, kind of just went with it. Kind of inspired by like Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. So, it just kind of just rolled off the tongue with Rudy, and I just went with it. I started off though being called Ace of Spades. My middle name Ace, so I used to play on Ace of Spades when Instagram came out and stuff like that. And then after Instagram came out, and I had that for my name for a while, I made a tape and I called the tape Rudy. And then everybody was calling me Rudy. And once they learned the story, like, oh, her mama called her Rudy, dude, like this, that, and the third. And they like, well, we just gonna start calling you Rudy. And everybody at home was already calling me Rudy too. So it just rolled off, and I just started going with it all the way.
Nice. Now we got to talk about this line dance that's like blowing up all over the place. Look, I was in here today trying to learn it right. I was like, listen, I need Rudy to do a tutorial because listen, I was having a hard time, but I was like, I gotta learn this dance. I gotta learn it because she came across the platform. I gotta learn it and I gotta do a video. So tell me, how did you come up with Bad Habit? Because when I first heard the song, I was like, wait a minute, it has a vibe. Like this morning when I wrote, I said, now she took a little snippet of a gospel song, and made it a hit.
That was really intentional. Okay, boom. So I had just told somebody the other day. I said I've been listening to all the trail ride like music and stuff since it blew up for like the past year, and I really wasn't like into like learning the dances and stuff. Everything's so intricate, and I mean I know line dances, but I feel like these days it's like brand new, right? So I'm like, I like this music. I'm getting immersed in all the music of it, and I'm like, dang, like this music really translate with me and like how the music I used to listen to growing up, which I didn't listen to a lot of Southern soul and R&B, but I listened to a lot of gospel and a lot of trap music. And as trap music evolved and how like R&B has evolved, like these days R&B sound trap music, I was like, man, I'm kind of interested in making like a song in this vibe. So I've been trying to get back into making music. I haven't been like really on my grind with the music for a long time, and I was just like, let me see if I can find me some trail ride beats. I got on YouTube. I got me some trail ride beats, and I got on it. I got on like a couple of like in February, and then like after a couple of weeks, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this right here, the one. Like when I made it though, I knew it was like the one. I could hear it. Like I was like, it wasn't too like trail ratty, as in like my lyricism. Like it don't, it translate a lot of places, and it was just like it just came natural. Like my girl tell you, like I went to we in the car, I'm listening to the beat, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna write to this for real. And then I thought of something, and I was like, you know that song by Mississippi Mass Choir, "This morning when I rose, y'all, I ain't had no doubt." So I'm like, hold on, I got something, boom. And then when I said it, it just went. And like I said, I
Bro,
just recorded it, the vibe was there, and once I made it, the dance just kind of came with it. So I had to start doing my researches on dances because I'm like, I don't really know no dances that they do for real. So I had to do my research on dances, and I just kind of like allowed my mind to take that in, and I came up with some movements, and then boom, I just dropped the video, and it's been up from there.
man, because that's different from what. Now I done went and listened to all your music previously to this song. Now this song is different from all the music you used to put out. So what
Wait,
made you say, you know what, I'm a shift from what I used to do to now this?
you can't unlock new doors with old keys. That's what people say, and I think that I'm kind of getting into a transition where like a lot of like messages are coming to me where it's like kind of saying like where you want to go, like you might not be able to get there in the way you think. So like in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I know what I be on, so I know I'm a rap about, and I know I make music about. But then at the same time, it's like look at the way that industry is going, and it's like, is it really that deep to prove yourself through your music when you gifted to like really write on anything? Or you like, I'm just a songwriter and a good music lover at heart, so it's like shit, like excuse my language, but it's just like, you can't, i I've been confining myself into a box, and I was like, it's time to get out the box. And that's probably the reason why it's been taking me so much to write. Because a lot of times when I'm writing on experience, or I'm not just writing just to write, it's like if I'm writing off experience, once you stop living, you don't have nothing to write about. Or like once I like, if I'm writing about what I done did in the past year, while I'm writing about that, I'm not living. So it's like I don't got nothing else to write about once I write that whole story out. So it's like I'm having to challenge myself to write about things that's like, it might not be like even like this right here. Like, yeah, I've kind of been through this before, but at the same time, like how vivid I made it, it's like it's really just the fact that I've been able to take experiences in from myself and people around me and what I've seen, and it just put it in the song. So like that's why I had to do with this song, just challenge myself to talk about something other than what I see on an everyday basis, or what I know I'm doing on an everyday basis.
Right. But you know what? Music now versus music then, people, sex and violence is what sells. And mainly some of these people that really, make this music, they don't be living their life. They
Yeah,
just make it, what I'm saying, because they know it's gonna make them some money.
yeah.
So
Fact.
with that being said, how do you stay authentic on your journey? Because you see these trends out there, people be jumping on these trends that they think it's going, to go viral. Like viral is something. If you look at the definition for viral, ain't nothing good about viral, right? But everybody want to go viral.
Yeah, real
So
talk.
so how do you stay authentic on your journey and say, you know what, I'm not gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that and sell my soul to the devil just because I want to go to the top?
I stay authentic by really just kind of like just being like what you just said. Like you kind of got to just be a person to be like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I see it happening, I can't go that way. And then it's like sometimes it get discouraging because it be like, yo, like dang, like am I gonna make it, or like am I ever gonna make something that people gonna pay attention to? Because it seems like you trying to go your own way, but then everybody wanna still look over there, look over there, look over there. And you trying to scream and scream, my eyes getting to look at you, and it's just like, why won't they pay attention? But I think you just gotta just stick with it. And I feel like even with this, like like I said, I didn't know no dances. I barely knew the music till a year ago, and like I feel like every trail ride dancer I've met that's been like, oh Rudy, like I love your song, I love the dance, like I can't wait to meet you. Like I tell a lot of them people, like once we start having conversations, I be like, hey, listen, I'm new to this. I'm just hooding that trail ride, like you feel me, like because I know that even for us and mothers, like we ain't really as country, but the dancing we really resonate with music and mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like like that's the reason why I think we so prevalent in the line dance community because of the sole fact that they don't know, but Mullins got music. We all got music running through us. You feel what I'm coming from?
Okay.
I grew up listening to a lot of my peers, and then we became the people that everybody listen to, then the next group of people. So it's just like, for me, it's just like I'm making sure when I come and meet somebody, your first impression, you understand where I'm coming from. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't do. Our social skills so
Mm-hmm.
messed up because of social media and the way media is trying to push us to think. And I feel like if we didn't have that, a lot of people would think more like me and realize it's very important to be impressionable. And that could also be something I learned in the streets too, because it's like you can't play around in the streets. So when I take it the same way as it's serious with the music, it's like I know that if I get in front of, like today I'm going to this rodeo, if I get in front of Pay Me Today, I got to give off the right impression because I know his importance in the game. If but I also gonna treat the CEO and the janitor the same too. So everybody I meet, I'm gonna give y'all the same impression. Y'all gonna know who I am from the jump. I'm gonna be me from the jump. You meet me at a party, you meet me at the club after the event. When I'm off my professionalism, you probably gonna still see the same person that you met when I was being professional. So that's how I stay authentic. Like I got a real BS meter. I don't like BS. I done been through a lot of bad business. I done been through a lot of bad situations. I watch people around me go through a lot of mess up and lose their lives and lose their chances and opportunities. I've heard a lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas growing up. So I don't want to take the chances no more. Like, I done did my share messing up too. So it's just like I can stay away from it and not sell my soul because I know what I'm working towards and I know it's not going anything else not gonna get me there because I done seen what it took everybody else.
Absolutely. Now I see you out there hustling. Anytime that I have somebody on my platform, even before I do my research. So I said, now look at Rudy. She got USBs and CDs and pulling up. I said, now she took it. She took it back.
I'm burning them right now as we speak still. I'm a little behind
I
still.
love it though. That's what you do. That's you see. You put the H in hustler when you did that. I was like, no artist out here that I know now that's doing that. And I said that a couple of times in one of my other interviews. Let's get back to the CDs when you used to be on the corner selling, hey, take a listen to this. That's how your music went places.
Yes.
You own something already.
Yes. A few years ago, Master P dropped a little series about how he came up, and I think he said something that he was just like, I blew up because, granted, he had the record store and stuff, but he was like, I blew up because once we knew that our music popped where we was at, I was like, I could just go hood to hood and pass out CDs and sell CDs and do whatever this, that, and third and get my sound out. And it's just like, but it's like it's just like being in the streets. How do people in the streets come up? It's like they gonna go outside. Like you become somebody where you at on the block you on, then you go to the next block. And it's not about, and if you know how to play it for real, it's not about being a person who can go on the next block and be like, oh, this me, I done did this, I done so and so. No, it's knowing how to go to the next block and be like, hey, I'm on with y'all on, or like I got something that I know y'all interested in. Let's chop it up about it. So I think just like for music, I'm on the same thing. I seen it, and a lot of people tell me that too. Like they be like, "Yo, like CDs just like," and it's like, okay, you right. USB is just like your music, just like, and maybe for me, the digital world, I ain't grasped onto it yet. But I know for the physical, I done seen the examples. Like I said, my dad was in the radio and DJing, so he sold CDs. Like I know the hustle, so it's like it ain't nothing, and then it's legal, so I can go on any block and be
Yeah,
like, I got a CD. Like, come on, bro. Mess with me for this CD. You feel me? So it's like, that's how I look at it. It's like, and like I said, I'm getting ready for a rodeo today. They supposed to have 7,000 people. I said, I only got 100 CDs, 100 USBs. If I can't sell 200 or close to, I'm doing something wrong.
I'm telling you,
It's just like,
man.
oh,
So are you even doing the streaming at all? Because the streaming, with streaming, you only get like 0.5%, for the music. So with that challenge being in place as an artist, how does that change your mindset with still trying to be the greatest? Because in one of your songs, you said you want to make 1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see?
I think I realized that, like, I realized that you can't. I'm not trying to monetize everything because I know it's gonna come. So really, I'm just chasing like the passion of it, and really chasing like the people more so. Like, if I want to say it like that, because like I realized that, all right, boom, I might have a homeboy who, like, yeah, he'll buy music just to buy music, but like he ain't really hip to my music, but he hip to me. So boom, now I know if I can win him over just because he my homeboy, since he one of the people that gonna support who he like anyway, I know he gonna come support me just off the strength, even if he don't like my music. Now his support gonna put me in another place that's gonna help me be able to gain another fan that gonna support me as well, but they gonna support me because they like the music. Now when they talk to the next fan, so like I'm looking at it like, I feel like the money gonna come as long as I can keep the following coming in. You feel where I'm coming from? It's just like a church. Churches be struggling when they only 20 members because only 20 members bringing the money. I'm not saying it's one of them type of organizations, but like, if they get a lot more members, mega churches ain't stressing about nothing. You feel?
Okay.
So it's like, for me, I feel like I can make it. I don't even too worried about streams because I know you do have to get millions and millions of streams to really make money. But I know that the tangible side of all of that is merchandise and like performances and booking and interviews and stuff like that. So I know that, like, even I've been doing this about 10 years. So like when I drop Bad Habit and I'm like, okay, this time now I gotta keep my foot on the gas, don't stop. And then I need to set my value too. So like
Yes.
I never really set my value, but now I know, like, unfortunately, now my value might seem higher to some people because they be like, oh, she just popping, she only got 20,000. You know how people be. But then
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been doing this for 10 years. So when I get on the first stage in the right spot and I get a camera to record that, like, life is gonna change. And if y'all didn't book me at this price, when you call me this next time, you're gonna get that next prize. Then you really gonna be upset. Cause I done seen it in real life because I done been in the club scene. So I done seen how that happen.
Mm.
I don't believe in the beginning. Then you blew next week. And then when they call you, they work 20. Oh, I'm not paying no 20,000. But everybody who's gonna be like, I ain't paying that, the next person gonna be like, 25, can I get you for a meet and greet before the show? So yeah, like I'm ready for it. I think that it's just gonna come with the mindset and the plan.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go for it if you give me the platform.
I know that's right. You got this. You got this.
I'm
So if
trying.
you if you can collaborate with any artist from the past, present, or either dead or alive, who would that be?
Oh man. Okay, I can't get one artist because I know, like, Dead or Alive, Lauren Hill, Erica Badu for sure. And then I would pull Nipsey Hussle back and get him for something for sure. And I think for real, that about it. Like, cause I know Nipsey Hussle transformed my mindset. I remember when Victory
Yes.
Lap dropped, I didn't even know who he was for real. But everybody was talking about him, so I started researching him. And when Victory Lap dropped, just like the whole production, everything, it was a when people say when you learn that sound is a frequency, that's what I got from Victory Lap. So it's like once I got that, I was like, damn, like I know I want to work with Nipsey. Like, and when he died, it hurt me because I was like, God, like everybody else be getting lit and famous and getting to get a chance to work with these people, and I ain't that good. What's up? Like, you feel me? And it's like, no, like, and then I started realizing maybe my job is to be the person who takes those lessons and that legacy that they left. And when it's my turn to have the platform, I'm the one who keep their legacy alive. Because
Boom.
everybody about Nipsey, how I'm talking about Nipsey, even though I ain't never met Nipsey. But just the way the music transformed, just like Michael Jackson transformed a lot of people. Like, I'm pretty sure before Beyonce met Michael Jackson in real life, she could still talk about his music the same way. His music transformed a lot, the whole world's ears. You feel me?
Yep. 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 So now, if we would describe your music, if you had to describe your music to someone that's never heard not one song from you, and describe that in a way where you can compare it to other artists, how would you describe it?
Describe it where I can compare it to another artist.
Because you know you got the Gen X, well, you got the older crowd, the baby boomers. You know, you want everybody to listen to your music. So yeah, if say for instance one of the baby boomers came up to you and like, hey, what's Bad Habit about?
See, and that's crazy because you know what? I think for me, I'll probably because I'm dealing with that. My parents are baby boomers, so like I'm dealing with that. I have to kind of explain it to them. I think I would have to explain. I would say that like for what I used to make, everything ain't gonna be for everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
There's a lot of cousins, a lot of trapping, a lot of whole lot of like, but I would let them know that there are some things that and I'm an entertainer too. So if you put me on the mic or something, I can improvise for what I'm lacking at the moment. I can improvise for with my talent. But as far as that, I can explain to people like my old me was a little trapped out, but the new me gonna definitely have your ears. So like I think that's what. And I met a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people don't mind that. Like, as long as I'm being real and like, look, if you look back there, don't get offended if you got all the cussing stuff. I'm telling you now. But if you listen to what I got now, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, now you on to something. And a lot of people that used to listen back then, they done told me even with just this one song, like, okay, like I didn't know this was you too. And it's like, yeah, I just was trying to find a way to get it out. I couldn't. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard to get that out with trap sound. Like I got sounds right now that's melodic with trap beats, but it's like it did. I knew it wasn't gonna translate. Even I'm the songs I recorded with I Miss Nation. I'm like, I knew it wasn't gonna translate. He knew it wasn't gonna translate, and we wouldn't know how to put it out for real. But now it's like this right here gonna help me put all the rest of my old melodic stuff out, and even some of my melodic trap sounds I got in the cut. That it ain't got no cuts though. So it's like that. It's so hard because it's like I got music that's like yeah, like but I purposely write like that sometimes. I mean, sometimes it don't come out. It come out however it come out, but a lot of times like I'm trying to really like hone in on my skills. I one time I watched the interview J. Cole, and he said that you know he tried to be a person who wrote when he felt the motivation to write. Then he realized he would just write less and less and less because it's hard to find the motivation. But he's a
Mm.
writer, so he's a rapper. Like he got to rap. Like you got to do it every day. And somebody just brought it up again. I like that example, Whoopi Goldberg in the Ice Capades. What she said, the dude said, if you wake up in the morning and you feel like writing, you're a writer. You dream about writing, you eat, sleep, think about writing, you're a writer. And then what Whoopi Goldberg said, I'm a singer. I wake up, eat, sleep, dream about singing. So, and I'm the same way. I'm an artist. I wake up, eat, sleep, dream, think about being an artist. Like, and it's just, it's, I mean, if you get it, you get it. And a lot of people might not even know how to articulate it. So I'm glad I'm explaining it. But like, that it's just, I really feel like that's just what it is. Like, it's like I got the, I, I, I can't help but evolve because it's in me.
See, I can resonate with that because I'm a podcaster.
Yeah,
I eat, breathe, all of it. Like I can no sleep nights. Like I can literally stay at this computer till
yeah,
like 7 o'clock in the morning because this is what I do.
yeah. My
This is
son
what I love.
get used to that because I be telling her, I was like, when you first met me, I was a little tired and I took a break. But the real me, I be up, man. Because it's like, it's almost like how the people how the my parents and stuff and people at the church talk about like the Holy Ghost. My mama talk about the Holy Ghost. It's like it's weird, but I feel so connected to it from a parallel perspective because I'm like, dang, like they'll be like the Holy Ghost keep you up at night. You might be praying all night long. You don't feel hungry. You done fasted all day, and I'm like, I be doing the same thing with the music, and it just feel like when I'm doing it, even if I'm not eating, even if I'm not sleeping, if I'm just into it, in tune with it,
Mhm.
like I be feeling like I feel more powerful than I be feeling weak for real.
Yep. But it be like that when you have a passion for something and like you got that hunger for it and you
Mm,
want it more than anything.
yeah,
It's like that. And people don't, some people don't get it, but when they get it, they get it. But
yeah,
it's all about the mindset. Once you start thinking like, I'm gonna be the greatest, you ain't gonna stop until you're the greatest.
yeah,
Period.
yeah.
So it's,
And I'm at
funny
that.
you said something about writing. So I always ask all the artists that come across the platform this question because I get a different response every time. Now, when you sit down and you start writing that hit song, do you have to be like in this mode of like like quiet or have an instrumental? And not only that, when you writing that song, what do you think is the most important part of that song? The lyrics or the beat?
Most important part, the flow. Everything got the flow. Just like that one band, one sound. One thing my old band teacher was here used to say, like, when you listen to the band, like everybody got to be one flow. Even though y'all playing different parts, we got to do it in a way that it's arranged correctly because the one person that's gonna be out gonna make the whole song sound off. And as far as like writing and the conditions of where I got to be in, it just varies, and I'm real weird. Like today, I might not need no noise, and tomorrow, I can sit and my girl might be cooking with the TV show on, and then like it's like I'm sitting there recording, and I got the TV show in the back of recording, but it's like it's just about me. It's just about the vibe. Like I really can't. I've had to record in a lot of different places, and I've had to write and be creative in a lot of different spaces. I grew up in a loud home. Like it wasn't never really quiet when I was at home. So like I'm used to noise and I'm used to distractions. I think that it just depends on my mindset because sometimes the distractions and stuff will like make me anxious and kind of mess up my flow. But then at the same time, it's like once I kind of can overcome it, and the more and more I stay focused and I stay in the zone and I push everything out and just keep working, it get easier just to block all the distractions. So really, I can just record anything. I can record over. I can record, with some licking. Man, I can. It don't matter. It just if the vibe right, I'm there. But it got to be the vibe right, and I got to be my mind got to be right. If I'm not living right, or if I know I'm supposed to be doing this and I ain't doing that. When I say not living right, not like I like the church stuff, but like in general, like when you probably supposed to be doing this today, but you doing that,
Doing
and
something else.
you know why this going wrong. So like I'm like real big on like I'm just real aware, and so like I can tap in and tap out. It ain't that hard. So I think a lot of times when I'm tapped out, I've done it to myself anyway too. So
But you know what? It's a lot of talent in Mullins, and I sit here and I think about it like I had so many artists at my actual event this year. I didn't realize that it was mostly Carolina and Mullins that perform. It's so much talent there, and I just want to put y'all on the spotlight because we have some talent they don't know. They sleeping on Mullins for real when it comes to music. They
and
sleeping
we
on.
ever since I was a kid, I feel like. And shout out to YouTube because I grew up in the era once YouTube kind of got on the internet and stuff. I watched that evolve, and it's just like I remember watching, you know, I remember us all trying to figure it out in the beginning. Like you could tell a lot of us ain't have the computers we needed to, and then shout out to certain people like Mr. Hills on my band director. I remember if it weren't for him, I wouldn't never seen music production software, and I wouldn't learned about like composition like that, like writing sheet music for bands and stuff. I would have never seen stuff like that if it wasn't for him. So when he got deployed my junior year of high school, and they locked up all the rooms and they took all the stuff away. And he worked so hard to kind of expose us to things that he already knew. He's like, when he got there, he used to be like, "Y'all ain't got nothing. I'm gonna get y'all something because I'm gonna teach y'all some stuff." And I feel like for people like him, like it helped a lot of us. Even people that wanted in band, maybe just took band class or had to take one of his music classes or was a friend of one of us. And it's like it really transformed a lot of us to like had realized some of the resources that we got because I feel like when I was growing up, nobody, oh, you want to do music? Don't be doing that music. Y'all stop focus on that music. Get y'all a job. Do this, do that. I'm coming from even like, and then you in school and you got your teachers and people. Oh, like don't strive to go to Clemson. Go to so and so. Don't go there. Y'all ain't ready to go there. Go here. And it's just like we ain't come from an environment where it was encouraged, but we were still all still struggling trying to find a way to do it anyway. And that's what I think I love the most about us. And it's sad because as you get older, life happens, and it's like you think in your head, like for me, like if I envision me being the greatest, and I envision me having influence like a Michael Jackson or Beyonce or Drake, and then it's like I'm thinking in my head, I look at everybody who I'm thinking I'll be able to go back and touch once
Mhm.
I make it there, and then as life goes on, stuff happens. People die. People get locked up. People make fucked up decisions. Shit like that. And then it's almost scary because it's like, damn, like who gonna be there for me to help pull back? You feel me? I don't want everything to be a memory and a legacy that I got to talk about. I want
Right.
somebody to be able to get their shine too. But it's scary, but at the same time, I try to press on with that because it's like I love my city to the death of me. I think I didn't appreciate it when I was there because I wanted to get away. I feel like a
Right.
lot of us mothers feel like that. We want to get away so bad, and then it's like
Mm-hmm.
get away, and then you realize, dang, like it's really real where we from. Like it's other people living in some like fantasy world. Like you feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's also why I resonate with the trail riders, and we all resonate with that culture too. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if the world went to nothing, we'll all still be making it just fine. Cause that's where we really come from. You feel I'm coming from?
Yep.
Like, and when I go out to other places, and I went to college at Clemson for a few years, and I'm telling you something, they people out there in Clemson, black people, white people, now, these folk living lives, they ain't never seen struggle, never seen issues, even though everybody do got issues, and I learned that even rich people got issues in certain ways, but it's a kind of issues when you already financially secure. Financial security is way different, but that's because the world depend on currency, and if we didn't depend on currency, what we gonna have? The country and hood values that the people in poverty got. So it's like, shoot, it's like I know we the ones, but somebody just got to get there, and that's the reason why I thought it was real important for me to do a song like Bad Habit, because you know it, like, and push it now that it's going up, because it's like, shoot, it ain't what everybody used to. You right, but at the same time, this might be what we need.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
they did a show last week. I had to perform at it at the lounge, and one thing about Merlin is like I'm used to nothing going right, parties, everything. I've been a catalyst at that myself, especially as a DJ. Like I be playing, I used to play the wrong music. I knew what I was doing, or you play the music and then everybody get too hyped and then they want to cut the music, turn it down, and then they get mad because you turned the music. Now they got to listen to R&B and stuff. Now they gonna fight. Then still, it's like I done been a catalyst of it. At the same time, it's like now I could be a catalyst for change because at the event when nothing happened, and this is a brand like nobody's ever done this in Mullins before, and just to see that happen successfully and everybody
Yes.
stuff, you seeing people that don't come out for these type of events and don't really you and them never expected to endorse this type of stuff, and they out there trying to learn dances and they vibing out and we all vibing out, and you could just feel the love and feel like the good vibes. It's like that's what this is about. Like, and that's why it's like, even for me, it's like if I didn't think I could make more songs like this, I need to be thinking that, because it's like this could be what saved us. Like for everybody, we thought we saved 10 more people just because it's so fat. We changing up our marketing and changing up our branding.
Yes, that song is a vibe. Like I'm like, man, listen, it's a vibe. But you're right. When we get grown, we move. We move. We all move away, thinking there's better. On the other end, there's grass is greener. But at the end of the day, I ain't never gonna forget where I came from.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna turn my back on where I came from. My goal is to uplift everybody in Marion County because I
got to.
know there's so much talent there. It's so much good there that nobody in the world knows about because nobody talks about it.
Yeah,
So
fact.
I gotta be that person. I gotta be that person. Period. So I got two more questions for you before we get to the verses and vibes.
All right.
If you could change, if you could use your music to change one thing in the world, what would it be?
If I could use my music to change one thing in the world, I would get too deep. Nah. Ah man, if I could get my music to change, I would want to find a way to uplift African Americans and kind of to put us back into like zone of what our history really is, and just kind of boost our self awareness, because I feel like what I learned in college, I feel like we just really, it was designed for us to be lost, and we the only people that don't know our culture for real. And I feel like we need people that's gonna be dedicated and teaching us that and forcing us to see it. And if I got to be a rich trap rapper, and then when I get your hood to the trap rap, I say, hey, let me teach you about some history. Like, like I'll be that person. So like that's really the big thing for me, like history, like, and just learning what I learned in college. Because if I didn't learn what I learned in college, I would never came. It felt like home was still a place that I could be proud of, and a place that I should want to come back to.
Right. I agree. I agree. So this question, a lot of people don't be thinking about it like, what would I say? So if you could give your younger self one piece of advice before you started the music industry in your journey, what would it be?
Follow your intuition the first time, and that's in life in general. I think I struggled in that. I just shared a post, and I was like, my discernment is great. It's the ability to accept it that's horrible. Anything I took a L on, I already had the good feeling that it was about to go wrong. Anybody I fell out with, I already had a good feeling what would happen, what's gonna happen, and I wouldn't. My heart was just like, nah, I can't, nah, I ain't gonna believe that. Nah, we just gonna keep pushing. We gonna see how it go. And I always take the L, and then it always hurt me the most because it's like, dang, like like I can't even recover because I did it to myself.
Right.
But
Right. But at least you had the accountability at the end. I did this to me and I can change it still. Most people don't take accountability for their actions. They just do things,
yeah,
you know?
it hurts, but it's just like how people say when you love somebody, you gotta let it go. It's the same thing in life. Like sometimes you got to go with your intuition. Like don't be scared of the outcome. Granted, you might make somebody mad. You might make somebody this. You might make somebody that. But it's not gonna make a difference. Cause guess what? When you're not where you need to be, guess what? You gonna be the one hurt. When you die and God look at you in judgment day and be like, hey, like, I had these plans for you, but you did all this and not that. That's gonna be on you. So
Exactly.
it's like, I had learned it, and I feel like thankfully being growing up, around the church is like, okay, like I already was connected to spirituality in that aspect. I understood it was that deep spiritually already. So it's like it didn't really also helped me to be able to grasp that this young because I feel like I know a lot of people I'm almost about to be 30, and I know a lot of people that 40, 50, 60 just getting it. You feel me?
Okay. And that's
So,
true. That's true. They just getting it. So now we gonna do the verses and vibes. I'm gonna ask you three trivia. I think it's three or four trivia questions, right? I'm gonna put the question on the screen and then give you a multiple choice option. Then
all
I'll do the countdown. And after the countdown, you have to tell me what the answer is gonna be. Okay.
right.
All right. So this question is: which hip hop artist released the album Echoes of the Future in the early 2025, blending traditional rap with futuristic electronic elements? There's your choices for that. All right. So I'm gonna do the countdown. So
Echoes
that
of the Future.
Echoes of the Future.
It's a song or it's a tape.
That's the album name. All right.
If my baby catch you with me, girl, she gon' kick me out and make.
So
Man, I'm over here tripping out. Let me see. I'm gonna go J Cole.
let's see. I don't think it's J. Cole. Yeah, you was right.
Okay, look,
You
I'm
was
not.
right. Dang,
It
you knew it. You was
don't
right.
sound like a Travis Scott, none of that. So I like it had to be J Cole.
All right, so this one is which artist won the best hip hop? Which artist won the best hip hop artist at the end of 2025 Grammy Awards, marking their third win in that category? All right, here's
Okay,
your
all right.
options.
That's Kendrick right there. That big Ken. That big Kendrick.
She gonna give the answer before I go to count. Yeah, that's right.
He did that. I ain't gonna care. He did that, and he one of the people too that do it the unconventional way. Like, yeah, like a lot of people don't understand him, but yeah, like that's the point. Like, you're not supposed to understand it. You're just supposed to feel it.
That part. That part. So the next one is in 2025. This is the last one. Which hip hop artist made history by headlining the Coachella Music Festival for the first time?
That got to be cold too, ain't it?
Nope. I'm
No.
gonna, gi- I'm gonna give you a countdown.
If my baby catch you with me, girl, she gon' kick me out and make. Hey, I mean, if it ain't Cole, it might be Kendrick. I
Mm-mm.
don't know. I ain't gonna care. You got me on that one. What? Megan Thee Stallion.
That's what I said too. That's
I'm
what
gonna go.
I said too.
You said Coachella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would make sense. That makes sense. She put her foot on their neck after she dropped that. I forgot the song. She dropped one song, this little diss song after that little situational tour, and yeah. And she been up ever since. And she been solidified ever since. I ain't gonna say up because she ain't really made a lot of hits after that, but she been solidified
Right.
ever since.
Right. All right. So now this is your moment to let everybody know what's coming up for you in 2025 if you want to, because like I tell everybody, I move in silence over here, but that's up to you whether you want to tell all what's coming, and also let them know how to follow your journey and how to get a hold of that CD, because I want mine. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I want my CD or either my USB, and I want it signed. So you just tell me how much it costs and I got you. So
That's
tell them how to get that, and what's next for you as well, and how to follow your journey. That's it. I'm
all
giving
right.
you the platform.
What's next for me? Bigger, better, more translatable, more relatable, more love, more fellowship. I'm gonna be outside more in the right way. You feel me? So look out for that. More music, more content. I'm gonna just start flooding y'all. I'm gonna get my resources and stuff back right so I can give y'all the content in the way that I feel like God gave me the vision to. So just look out for that. And you see it scrolling on the bottom. You really follow me anywhere at Mudmade Rudy, MUDDMADERUDY. And man, it's just gonna be a great journey, man. Like this journey is just beginning. I've been at it for a long time, and if you've been around from the beginning, if you just started last year, a few years ago, yesterday when the video dropped, whenever you join the journey, just know this is gonna be a beautiful journey. And everybody who support me since even from day one, I remember everybody. Essentially, I do remember everybody, and I know one day I'm gonna be able to give back. And I just can't wait to get in that position to show y'all where I'm gonna give back. And I also want to say shout out to the mud. I'm mud made to the grave. Man, I say that every day of my life. I love it. I live it, man. I love where I'm from. I love the people, man. Long live all the fallen soldiers, man. I done shed a lot of tears about a lot of people that we done lost. I wish our boys would be here. I wish our girls would be here. I wish some of the OGs would still be here. But I know y'all watching us from the sky. Free the guys, free everybody that's real, man. Free everybody who done did some shit and they know that, like, hey, man, look, I regret it, but it is what it is, man. Chin up, chest out, man. Keep your head up in the game. When we come home, man, do what you gotta do, man. Let's keep this shit going. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing, man. I just feel like this bad habit journey is gonna take us to a whole nother level, and I just can't wait to, really take the reins and all this. And I mean, I just love y'all. Nigga, I love you. Hey, dog. I said, man, this my classmate, mama. I said she probably don't even know that, and I'm just like, man, I'm just living a dream right now. Y'all don't even know, and it's just the beginning. That's how I know I'm gonna be ready for even bigger and even better, man. I got so much in store. Also, one more plug in. I don't know if y'all know about the stock market, stock options trading. Granted, I know the stock market is doing a lot of crazy stuff right now with Trump in the office. Not trying to get too political, but I'm really into that type of stuff too. So I'm trying to work on a way to be able to take the information I'm learning about the stock market and stock options trading and day trading and trading in general, and be able to put that out there for y'all as well. Because financial freedom is just going to be as much of a change for us as what we're doing with the music. So that's all I got about me, man. Mud made Rudy Haze. You already know what's going on, man. It's all the way like that. All right.
You still didn't tell them how to get that CD and the USB.
Oh, the CDs.
I need to know that.
Well, we gonna see this before the rodeo today. But I will say this: if you need to get a CD or you want to get a USB, get with me in my DMs. I got a website, mudmaderudy.com. I just got it back running. I had it running years ago, but I just got it back running. So mudmaderudy.com. I'm gonna set up a store on there, look for the CDs and the USBs. And just like you had said, I had did this before my first tape. I'ma sign every CD hand. So that's why they white right now when I go to the rodeo. When you say you're gonna buy one, I'm gonna sign it right in front of you. We're gonna create the moment right then and there. And we just gonna go from there like that, man. This I'm telling you, this I'm living it, man. So I'm setting everything up as I go. Like I said, I used to be on it before, and when it wasn't doing nothing, I kind of just let everything kind of fall to the wayside. So I'm bringing everything back and just rebranding and putting everything back in effect. But I'm telling you, this time we doing it big. So anything you want from me, hit me up in the DMs. I'm answering every DM, every message, all bookings considered, all sales considered, all support considered.
Now, how much is the CD? How much is the CD and the USB?
CD gonna be $10, USB $10. We taking all donations. You know, if you just want to support, you want to pay 100 for a CD, come on, we taking it all. You know, and all of the proceeds, you gonna see where it's gonna go. I think one thing about me, and I pride myself, especially as a hustler, when you know my face card on the other side ain't bad at all, and I feel like that's because I've always been able to show people, okay, she kind of know what she doing. I might not know what I was doing when I get bigger money, but when I like to get to where I was being, like, yeah, nah. So like I was, you know, I feel like the same thing with the CDs and stuff like that. You know, like I know how to reinvest it, and I think a lot of people gonna enjoy that about the journey too. If you spend your money with me, you gonna see where it's gonna go because I ain't gonna care. This music thing is not cheap. I think a lot of people get discouraged with it because of that too. And the more I learned as years gone, I think I could have been blue, but I didn't take the opportunity serious in the beginning. So when my first music video was $150, and I
Mm.
took off, I took the money. He said, I come back next week, and I had a good video. I come back next week, and boom, I didn't take the chance. I went invested in something else, and then boom, now I'm up there wrestling, trying to get back off of those investments, and I ain't focused on the music. So I come back to get a video. Next video, 350.
Mm.
It was just 150. And then a year later, now they 500 flat, everybody. Now that year later, you know, the platforms come out and you got so and so wanting 1,000 if you come rap on their platform and this, that, and the third. So it's not cheap, but that's where all the money gonna go. So if anybody wanna support me in any way, donations, anything, I am taking it. Book me for your show. I'll come sing. You pay the right price. We'll bring the band, the step team, the DJ. Just let me know, man. I'm putting it out there. I need all the work. Come to the table. Let's make it happen. If you believe in me, hey, I can make it happen for we. That's how I feel.
I love it, man. I love this for you. Like I said, when I first saw the video, I was like, man, I'm so proud. I felt like I was still living in Marion County. Like I'm like, I was so excited. I was like, yes, I gotta get on the platform so we can really run this. So I'm getting
Yeah,
ready to run it, run it, run it,
yeah.
run
You
it.
first. That's why I said I apologize for being a little delayed, but it was so like I've never ever received this much feedback and support. So it's like this past 2 weeks, my phone has just been like all over the place. Facebook been acting weird, and I guess that's the plight of taking that transition into going into virality. So it's like I'm trying to just maintain it, but also keep my sanity at the same time
Hmm.
because I ain't never used to really being popular. So it's like it's a lot, but even like today, I'm getting ready to go out there. This whole car ride, I'm gonna get my mind right because I know if I got to talk to all 7,000 people, I got to sell these CDs and USBs. That's how I'm feeling. So it's like even that's like something big to overcome because you're gonna get a lot of people looking at you crazy. But
Hmm.
this is a different type of environment, so it's a little different. And I already got some supporters out there, so it might be a little bit more they might be a little bit more accepting to me. So like I ain't used to that either because when you doing that when you in the trap lane or like the hip hop lane, when you especially with the posers, the people who ain't really about it, they just rapping. Like they really make it hard for you to get in the door and make even if you naturally gonna be a part of the in crowd, they gonna make it hard for you to be in the in crowd. So
Hmm.
you know, I'm just a person who like, man, listen, I'm gonna make this work, and I'm gonna do what I got to do. Scared, tired, bro. I don't matter. I'm gonna make it happen. So if y'all want to help me out with this journey, best believe like every dollar is definitely just it's gonna make y'all even more happy. I promise you. And the world built off that TikTok, they be sending money to each other. Look, I'm just getting on TikTok and they sending money and they talking about you got to put the money in and like it's Robux or something. I'm like, hey, no, I don't pay for video games, so I don't know too much, but I'm understanding that's how I'm getting the income. So hey, y'all, if that's what y'all on, please send it through.
You a man.
I take it. Hey man, I'm just being real. Cause look, I'm telling you everything. I try to stay on TikTok. I can't stay on TikTok. I had 3 followers when I dropped Bad Habit. I put it on TikTok and now I got like 150 now, like in 2 weeks. And that's me not even posting like every they people giving me tips post 3 times a day and stuff. Like, I ain't even started doing that yet. So now I'm about to start doing that, getting more serious because I got a little bit of room. Shout out to my girl too. At the end of the day, she cause when I got in trouble last year, if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here right now. And if it weren't for her giving me the room to just do me and like not have to worry about providing like I used to provide, it's like yeah, like like I've been
Shout out.
it's all about support. And I ain't gonna say like I feel like even if she ain't my girl, like it's all about support. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, I grew up and people that if you know me, my how I grew up, know like I didn't get a lot of support. And it's like that's what matters. And it's sad when you got people that are shed blood, tears, sweat for you, and the people that supposed to be responsible by God, supposed to be doing it, ain't doing it. And it's like when we see the success, us that we just put together, we ain't even no kid, the parent, or no family, none of that. But we put it together. It's sad when you see other people come around after that success come and be like, "Oh, is there a way I can?" Or I see y'all da da da. It's like it's sad because it's like, dang, like y'all don't understand the struggle we had to go through to just get to this point. But we here.
You
Hey,
here.
I just had to get that shout out there, but we here.
You here. Well, thank you so much for taking out your time while you burning CDs for this amazing event. You're gonna
I
go
ain't
out there and you're gonna sell them, and then you're gonna get
gonna be the
orders for more.
one to make it. Cause I got to hit that road. Florence is an hour and 20 minutes from here. So like I gotta go and hit that road so I can get there at least before everybody start getting too drunk and partying too hard. But believe me, y'all, if I ain't sold these will be the first ones y'all get off the website for sure.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
we locked in. So if you drop anything else, let me know. Send it to me. But I'm definitely gonna run Bad Hat. But I'm gonna need that tutorial so I
Hey,
can do a video to support you too.
dance creator to make it. The second one, and then me, I got a tutorial for the first one, but the one I did with the group, I got to make a tutorial for that. It just I don't be in the muddles a lot, and I said if I can use my time wisely now, if I just focus on the music, I'll be where I need to be so we can get that content made for y'all, so everybody can do it or try to do a class or something. I don't know. We'll put it together for sure though.
But you see, no, I'm in North Carolina. So if when you do travel, let me know so I
Okay.
can travel there for that tutorial too.
For sure. Well, we try to find a way to make it happen for sure. And today, as I said, today is a big thing for networking because, these people, like, they're people from everywhere out there today. 7,000 people, and they done came in RVs and cars and, however they came, and they coming out just to enjoy it. And this is a lane that really supports those who in there. So it's like, man, like, I'm just ready to go out there and network, and maybe I'll meet somebody in North Carolina that's gonna hit me up and be like, "Hey, now, you feel me?" So we'll definitely make it happen for sure.
All right, well, you got this. But thank you so much for your time today. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer.
Yeah, I
But
appreciate
we locked in from this point. So just make sure
you.
that you send me everything you drop, and I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it in the hole.
It's love.
So I got your back.
I already then straight for the mud with it. I appreciate all y'all. It's love all y'all for sure.
And thank you so much to everybody else out there watching this amazing episode with Rudy Haze. Make sure y'all go get Bad Habit, stream it. Make sure you put in your order for a CD, a USB, whatever you name it. I'm getting mine. I know she needs to sit one to the side from me. Plus, I'm gonna get that tutorial from her too, so I can also do a dance. I ain't no dancer, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try because I want to support her. So remember to stay strong, stay inspired, and remember we gotta support each other to get to the top. That's the only way it's gonna happen fast. You know what I'm saying? People need people to get where they want to go and desire to go. So y'all continue to break the silence in your life and understand that, hey, we got this. So until next time, later, y'all.
Rudy's better than him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's that Louis sauce.
When I rose this morning, I ain't have no doubt. If my baby catch you with me, girl, she gon' kick me out. And maybe I'm addicted to courting gorgeous women. I shoulda knew I'd get caught up being too goddamn friendly.
That's that Louis
But I got a bad, bad habit. If she a real bad bitch, then I gotta have her. Oh yeah, I got a bad, bad habit. Ooh.
Thanks for watching another episode of Breaking the Silence. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.